Welcome back, my fairies. I'm Matsurific, joined once again by my good friend Dem.
Hello.
And we are back with more Pokemon Legends Arceus, the Mega Shalpha Hunt. We are back at it looking for Gallade today, and I have a poll going right now if we should continue going with this hunt or move on. And right now it's at 100% stick to it, so at least for now we're going to continue doing this Gallade hunt. And hopefully it'll sparkle today. Just not immediately as stream starts, apparently. That's okay, because we can keep going. Do I have background music playing? I do not. Let's get some music playing, because otherwise it's a little creepy when there's no music. Right. And I am live, okay. No one's in chat yet today. That's unusual. I'm sure some people will be here soon. Hopefully people get here before the Gallade sparkles. I mean, I would be more than happy if Gallade only took a few more resets. But still. Prolia? Today was at least an interesting day at work. Still some crazies. But my last call today, this guy needed a little extra help, which, you know, as long as you're nice to me, I'm more than happy to help you. But, at the end of the call, like, he actually asked to speak to a supervisor because he wanted to give me a compliment. It's like, oh, that's really sweet of you. So that kind of made my day. Unfortunately, though, no supervisors were available for him to talk to. I also decided not to take any overtime this weekend. And instead, I'm going out with my dad for breakfast tomorrow. Hey, Fighter! Welcome! Decided to make this weekend a bit more of a me weekend. I'll still be streaming, of course. No worries there. Tomorrow will be the next round of the Caged 8. We're planning on doing, it'll be with Gunmetal Hime. And we're planning on just doing the one stream and combining everything into one. And that one's going to start a little bit earlier than usual. We're going to start at 3 Eastern Standard Time, so 2 hours earlier. But it's also possible that, you know, since we are doing 2 gyms in one, it's possible we might end up going a bit longer. But we'll see. I know I'm looking forward to seeing how much money we're gonna get. You got to go to your sister's birthday, and you brought back some chocolate fudge cake. Yum! Hope you had fun at her birthday party. I hope she had fun, too. I hope it was a memorable day in all of the best ways for her. Still no Gallade. My birthday's not going to be until March, but I at least get my work anniversary next month. Just 2 weeks. So that'll be fun. I've been with this company for 6 years now. At least 6 years in September. Went pretty good. went well and you got to talk to your aunt and your older sister? Nice. Glad to hear it. Hopefully this Gallade will sparkle. Come on, Gallade. Please be nice to me. I also keep trying to be quiet in that room there because, like, okay, if we're gonna hear a sparkle on the lower floor, I want to actually notice it this time. Granted, it's these that we care about, but I am still kind of curious. Like, I've got the entire lines of everything on the first floor, so it's not like we're necessarily going to be missing anything. Now, I will say that if Gallade doesn't sparkle, I would at least be happy if Curly or Ralph sparkled, just so that we can know exactly how far in we need to be to hear the sparkles. So that, I think, will save us some time with future checks. Though if anything's gonna sparkle, I do still want it to be Gallade. Dang it. I think that might be an Alpha Ralph's down there. It looked pretty big. Just not shiny. You're gonna play Reload today now that you got it back? Hopefully finish it if Akihiko would stop running away because he's scared. Sorry, it's just funnier when it's Akihiko of all people. He's run away 7 times because he got struck with fear. Yikes. Do you have any accessories that prevent fear? If so, that could be helpful. That could help. Just give it to Akihiko so he stops being afraid. Still no sparkles. And no Gallade. Come on, Gallade! Oh my gosh, I just want something to sparkle, please. Oh yeah, I was telling them this earlier, but Rebecca Sugar, creator of Steven Universe, released a new album yesterday. And they're even releasing the songs on their YouTube channel as well, which I have shared on the Discord server in general. But I was listening to their new songs today, and they're really pretty, but also a little bit depressing. Because, like, the themes, it's like, at least the ones that I got to hear, that I got to listen to, are like, almost all of them are like, there's these undertones of, like, they're escaping from an abusive relationship. Like, there's this one song called, This Is a Love Song, but it's not a love song to their partner, it's a song about how they love not being around the other person anymore. It's like, dang. And there seem to be other songs too, but like, all of the songs that YouTube was telling me to listen to in a row were like, abusive relationship, abusive relationship, abusive relationship. It's like, oh my gosh. Rebecca, do we need to have a talk? Are you okay? So I do still highly recommend it. Like, the songs are still really pretty. That's an alpha right here, isn't it? Yep. Alpha Curlia, but you're not shiny. Why can't you just be shiny? Your papa's not shiny either. Literally, you're not even kidding. Shinjiro never got struck with fear. He literally just slayed. And Akihiko kept running away. It's like, I'm starting to see why she's liked more. Dang. I've never had that issue with Akihiko, honestly. So yeah, I would see if you've got any accessories or gear, or just any kind of gear that prevents fear. And just give it to Akihiko. Since he's the one who keeps getting struck by it. I can see that would be annoying, though. But it is ironic that it's Akihiko, of all people. The same guy who stared down two members of the Mexican cartel with loaded weapons pointed at him, and then took them down with his bare hands. And no, Teddy, that doesn't mean bare hands. Water break. Also, Leo has already lost consciousness in log mode on my lap as well. Like, he is conked out. I want to pet him, but I also don't want to disturb him. Exactly, like, bro, how are you gonna run away from a shadow that's laying on a couch, but face the cartel, bro? Exactly. But yeah, Akihiko can be a little crazy sometimes. We also find out in Persona 4 Arena that he's also fought bears. Like, actual bears in the woods. Teddy freaked out, was like, those are real bears in the woods! What kind of life do you lead? That's funny. I'm just glad that Persona Q doesn't carry over the bit from Persona 4 Arena. Because when Akihiko and Teddy first meet, Akihiko's like, what's your name? And Teddy's like, I'm Teddy! Teddy! So Aki's just like, okay, Teddy. That's your name. It's like, oh my gosh, Akihiko, you can hear everyone else just calling him Teddy. Why are you still calling him Teddy? But fortunately, Persona Q does not have him do that. It's just like, oh, this guy just introduced himself as Teddy. Okay, this is Teddy. But sometimes Shinji is honestly just as bad as Akihiko. Like, he acts like he's all mature, but then Aki can very easily rile him up. Like, you see him more in Q, but like in Persona Q, the first game, There's this scene where one of the dungeons has these bonfires around. And you use them for puzzles and stuff, but then there's this cutscene, like it's fully voiced and everything, where Akihiko challenges Shinji to stay by the fire for as long as they can. For a second I thought that was a shiny, but it was just Curlia. And like the first person to pass out from heat exhaustion loses. And they legitimately stood there until they each passed out from heat exhaustion. Mitsuru was so bad. Honestly, P3 is probably the best storytelling regarding on what makes life worth living and how your friends never forget you. So the stories are relatable. Oh yes, they are. Yeah. I mean, Persona 4 is still my absolute favorite. I'm so looking forward to Revival. But yeah, like, P3 is also really good. Like, there's a reason why Persona 3 was the game to put the Persona franchise on the map internationally. Like, yeah, people played the original games because they were SMT games. But then Persona 3 came out, and so many people that had no interest in SMT started playing Persona. And it just got wildly popular. Granted, Persona 5 is probably the one that brought in the most fans. Nowadays, most people who play 3 and 4 played 5 first and are checking out the older games because they liked Persona 5. But before Persona 5, it was Persona 3 that really put the franchise on the map. It's because the Persona 3 did so well that they ended up separating it from the SMT franchise. Even though they're basically sister franchises. Shinji is like, yeah, I'm mature, not silly at all. That Akihiko goes challenge me to a fire competition. You won't. Shinji's like, oh heck no, I refuse to lose to you. Exactly, pretty much. Oh, another Alpha Curlia, but still no Shalpha. We've seen so many Alpha Curlias and Ralts. Why won't any of them shine? Shine bright, shine far, be a star. Of course, I'm sure most people aren't going to understand that reference. Yeah, I really do love... I love both of them, honestly. It's one of the nice things about Persona 3 Portable is that you can romance the guys. And I actually have my own headcanon about how the romances work. Because you can only romance the guys from C's except for Junpei. Because they didn't want to interrupt the whole Junpei Chidori thing, because that's, you know, part of his story is that he's in love with Chidori. So Junpei is more just, you're just a dude bro. But aside from him, you can date anyone, any of the guys in C's, and then Ryuji. So basically Akihiko, Shinjiro, Ryuji, and I don't consider Ken an option, even though he's programmed into the game. Just nope, nope. Ken is not an option. He's 11 years old. Minako is 16. No. So my headcanon is, Ken has a crush on Minako, but she doesn't reciprocate his feelings. And she resisted the idea of going out with Junpei for a long... Or, not Junpei, but Akihiko for a long time. with Junpei constantly trying to push her together with him, because that is part of his social link, is that he's like, hey, you know, Akihiko's pretty popular. I'll be your wingman. Just say the word. I'll be your wingman. I'll make it happen. And then, but then she falls in love with Shinjiro after hanging out with him. Because you also cannot finish Akihiko's social link until October 4th. Why did he, I know? Vast majority of the fandom agrees with that. Like, this just no. But, so, my headcanon is that she falls in love with Shinjiro, and then he passes away, and it takes her a while to move on, but then Ryuji comes along, and she starts to date him. But then, he turns into the Nyx avatar and leaves, which leaves Minako alone again, and then Akihiko, and then she ends up with Akihiko after that. So that's my headcanon of how it works. And that'll probably end up being how we play it when we eventually get around to Persona 3 Portable. I'm thinking that we might go back and forth between P3P and Persona Q2. Just, you know, mainly playing Persona 3 Portable when I'm, like, sick or something. Or just don't have a lot of energy to do the voices. Might even sometimes do morning streams where we, on Sundays where we play Portable in the morning and then Q2 at night. But that's not guaranteed. I'm not, I don't think I'm ready to, like, commit to something like that. Have you ever seen Metaphor Read Fantasio? I've seen videos about it. Just not played it. The only other SMT game I've ever played that's not Persona is the Devil Survivor games. Though, it is possible that we might end up playing those games once we have no more Persona games at all to play. And we'll probably play the 3DS versions because those have voice acting. But I'm also thinking that with doing Persona 3 Portable, that means that when we finish Persona Q2, we can then finish Persona 3 Portable, because by the time we finish PQ2, we're going to be getting at least close to the release of P4R. Because we're going to want to play that as soon as we can. I'm going to want to play that as soon as I can. But if we're on a game like Persona 3 Portable, where we already kind of know the story, we're just playing it to see the female route, then it's not going to be as disappointing when we put it on hold to play P4R. Versus if we were to just go straight into Tactica, where it's like, okay, well, we're in the middle of this game. We don't want to pause this game just to play another game. You like Metaphor? It's just the most fun fantasy game you've ever played. Okay. Well, Leo's kind of awake again. He just rolled over. Just adjusting the log. Yeah, that is my plan for when we play Persona Q2. Just because I like having the Persona games to play when I'm sick and not able to do... not able to be quite so entertaining. But since Persona Q2 doesn't have any English voice acting, it's not going to be as relaxing because I gotta do the voices. But I am expecting that we should be finishing Persona 5 this weekend. Although all things considered, I don't know. I'm thinking I might start early. I guess it depends. Because Ren and I have some cleaning and stuff that we need to do this weekend, so there's also going to be that. So I guess it'll depend on how much cleaning we're able to do tomorrow. Is the P3 Real DLC worth getting? The episode Aegis? Yes. Absolutely. Episode Aegis I highly recommend getting. The rest of the DLC is mostly like just cosmetics and stuff, so it's like, if you want it. Hey Meg!
Hi.
How are you?
That's good.
That's good. Still no Gallade yet, and no other sparkles either. But I do have a plan for Sunday as well for like what we're going to do. So I kind of overtrained and got the entire team to level 99, which is the maximum that we can get. But I was trying to, you know, get the compendium together, so it's like, okay. So I just ended up getting to level 99. That and also just trying to gather all of the stickers. We are currently missing 3 out of the stickers. So my plan is that I'm leaving it alone. I've completed the compendium as much as I can without New Game Plus, because there are some that are locked behind New Game Plus, and then of course there's the one that will unlock when we finish with Sumire's social link. But my plan is that we're gonna leave Mementos and then go back. The first day that Sumire does not want to hang out with us, we'll go back into Mementos, gather the last 3 stickers, and also flowers for Josie. Technically challenge the Reaper? I don't know if I want to. That's gonna take so long.
That Reaper is level 99 or higher. We are not doing that.
Well, we're now level 99, but regardless, it's still gonna take a long time. Reaper is ridiculously strong. Although I did actually come really close to fighting the Reaper while I was training. I managed to avoid it.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, I was on a floor for too long, and the Reaper's like, hey.
Blue.
And I went on to the next floor, and the Reaper's again like, hey. And I'm like, leave me alone. I made it to the next floor, and the Reaper's like, okay, fine. Yeah, I managed to avoid the Reaper. That was scary.
In the original game, there's a way to cheat the Reaper.
Okay.
And it only works on certain days. When it's flu season.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because the flu season affects Mementos, and then shadows have a chance to be inflicted with what was it? Fear, not no, not fear. The other one that kills you, that finishes the fight after 3 turns.
Oh.
And the Reaper can be afflicted by it. They removed it for Royal though, because you can use that to train very efficiently with that.
Oh yeah,
You
for
just
sure.
go in and out of the fight. Yeah, because you just need the Hifumi on maximum, then you can just flee the fight immediately if he's not afflicted by it, and just start the fight again until he's afflicted by it, and then just wait.
Yeah, but if they removed it for reload, then that doesn't really help us.
I heard it. They did it. I didn't try it out.
I mean, I can imagine that they would, because that sounds like a pretty broken exploit.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Reaper in Persona 4 is way more terrifying. So you just heard chains and growling and like, Rose Koromaru here? Or do I sense danger? I'm in danger! Come on, Galay, just sparkle, please. Most people in the poll are saying that it's going to shine today. And it's like, okay. I'm trusting you guys.
I was saying I put my vote as save this for last and do MMOs.
You're the only one who likes me.
Yes. I'm sharing mod. I have to.
Everyone else is like, no, we want to watch her suffer. I swear though, if we finally get a Shalpha and it's like a female Curlia, I'm gonna be so mad. Although at least now we know that that the Pokemon inside does not spawn until you actually enter the temple. So that means we don't have to do these checks every time we come out here. So if we do move on, then we can legitimately just save this for later. It's like the very last hunt. Dang it, Gallade! Just sparkle already!
Please.
We've got the shiny charm. Your dex entry is perfected. What more do you want? Find it funny how you spoke on Discord on how you took down the king with a Jack Frost. And we all just went, hee-haw! It's the he-horde from hell! Yep, and of course I had to go, hee-haw! As a reference to that. Granted, Meg, you're not going to know the reference because we haven't played Tactica yet. Or not Tactica, Strikers.
Yeah, I'm just going along with it basically because of Jack Frost and King Frost.
Oh, they're infected. Hee-haw! 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 Oh, I love that scene. That's such a great scene. Still no sparkles. Not yet, anyways. Nope, not on the first floor either. No Ralts, no Gallade, and no Ralts. Why was I put on this earth to suffer? I know. It's because it's good content. Oh, did your headphones die already? I need to get you some new headphones. You want to do a save one day where you just beat the game with a single Jack Frost? Just imagine literally being a deity with all the power from the public and a snowman literally stunts you. Yes. I mean, in Persona 3 Reload, there's a mission that literally just requires you to level Jack Frost up to a super high level. And that's a nope. Hello, Willow Rune, welcome. Shiny hunting always feeling 90%. It's so over, and then the colors spawn different. Yeah. You're just at a different place with no privacy. Oh, okay, understandable.
Hello.
Hey, Lexi, welcome. Are you feeling better today?
Yeah, I am.
That's good.
Hello.
Hello.
Alex,
You were literally about to say that Elizabeth has special dialogue if you get Jack Frost level 99. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen videos of that. Come on, Gallade, please. Yeah, stinky. Yeah. Understandable, though. Come on, Gallade, why are you so mean?
Oh my god, the poor Gallade.
Like, we put in so much work just to get up here. The least you could do is sparkle. You got Shiny Hawlucha and Weepin' Bell last night? Plus another Iron Hands? Nice. So that's 2 more Megas crossed off. Yup. Fortunately, I don't have to add Hawlucha to the Kalos hunt because it's already a Kalos Pokemon.
Yeah. So.
Oh yes, Dan was telling me that earlier, that we hit the threshold for Shiny Ting Lu distributions.
Oh, we did?
Yup.
That's good.
We surpassed 2 million.
Well, it's supposed to be 1 million, but okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, surpassing 2 million also means surpassing 1 million. I just don't
Well,
remember
yeah.
the exact amount.
Yeah, it's just 1 million for each raid.
Yep. Okay, that is an Alpha Ralt. It's kind of weird. You always forget that Ralt does in fact have eyes.
Yeah, it does. It's just under its little hood.
Yep. Just the blue fish
Just like,
left.
oh look, it doesn't have eyes. But it has eyes when you get closer.
Yeah, there was a giant Ralts earlier that was like, is that Alpha? It's like, I can't tell because it doesn't have eyes. Oh yeah, it does have eyes. Which makes me really glad, I forget which one it was, but that the Lake Guardian of Knowledge didn't include Ralts in its quiz. Can you imagine that? That would have tripped up so many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually need to go into a different save and download all of the download a second version of each one. Because I want to get them, for Nixie for when she's able to get a Switch
Yeah,
again.
that's what I was saying last time.
Yeah.
But she said she might get it from a bot, so...
Yeah. Funniest thing about the Alpha Glow is how it accounts for unusual eye placements. Yup. It never adds for those with multiples like Combi or Gastrodon. Gastrodon only has one set of eyes.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Unless there's like eyes that we never have guessed until now.
Though, that does actually make me wonder about Magneton.
Yeah.
Where do Alpha Magneton's eyes shine? Does it, or glow? Does only 2 of the 3 Magnemites in it actually have their eyes glowing? Is it the one on top that has glowing eyes? Or do all 3 of them get glowing eyes?
I don't know.
But Gastrodon has 3? No, Gastrodon only has 2 eyes. It's a slug.
Yeah, it's a slug. It only has two eyes. Unless it's like it's been hiding from us this entire time.
Yeah, no, I'll pull it up in the Pokedex here. Oops. Jeez. Oh, there it is. I saw it. Oh, I see what you're thinking. So no, that dot on its forehead is not an eye. That's just decoration.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that's not an eye. Because when it falls asleep, that's still open.
Man, I had no trouble with the ground type massive mass outbreaks in Violet. I got them within like minutes of each other.
That's good.
Yeah.
I lost that race, so I didn't get everything, but I at least got everything that I needed.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Spider! Thank you so much for the $5! Oh my goodness, you're crazy. So by the time we finish running through this temple, we'll have the most jacked legs known to mankind.
If only it worked that way.
Getting bamboozled by the character design, shaking your head. Yeah, I can see why you might mistake that as a third eye, though. Come on, Gallade. If anything, I just want one of these Pokemon to sparkle. Just so that we can know exactly how far in we have to be to hear the sparkles.
Yeah.
So if we can figure that out, then might not have to run quite as far. If you could hear it from the door, that would be perfect, honestly. Because we know that we can hear them from the floor, like from the first floor.
Yeah.
Also, that keeps throwing me off, because, like, I swear there's the target thing over there every time I run past it. It's like, there's nothing to target in the wall.
You're thinking of Violet or Scarlet.
ZA Royale, you come strutting in showing the results of a of a Rocky training montage done to get a blue Gallade. Yeah, even though I know that they're not going to update home until the game's been out for a few months, I still wish that they would update home for early playthroughs of ZA. It would be nice. I just want to bring everything in.
Yeah.
At least I mean, we're still at 8 out of 10, but at least we're getting there.
Yeah.
If we could do one Shalpha per week, I would be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Literally never stopped listening to the P3, 4, and 5 soundtracks ever since you listened to them. I think they're permanently stuck in your brain now. Oh yeah, they're so good. I mean, you still haven't even heard all of the spin-off soundtracks, but...
I have not.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Is that an Aiden?
Hi, Ty.
Or oh,
Hi.
Ty. Sorry, Aiden is also celebrating his birthday today, but on his own stream, so I wasn't sure if maybe... Hi, Ty!
Hello. Thought I'd sneak in there.
Yeah, how you doing?
Doing alright, a little eepy, but otherwise okay.
Well, it is Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. I took Monday through Wednesday off this week to take a break from the research.
Okay. Oh no, it's Aiden's birthday, not Ty's, Willow.
Mine is coming up very soon, though.
Oh yeah? When's your birthday?
September 9th.
Hey, that's my work anniversary.
That's wild.
And also my best friend's anniversary of meeting their partner.
Aww.
Oh, wow.
It's also my half birthday. So that means our birthdays are exactly 6 months apart from each other.
That's wild.
So now I've got another thing to remember for September 9th.
Mm-hmm.
9-9. Well, it actually kind of reminds me, I had a guest today whose reservation she was planning to check out on September 11th. And as we're confirming the checkout date at the end of the call, she's like, oh my gosh, do you know what day that is? It's like,
Oh
yep,
my god.
it's 9/11.
It's also my mom's birthday.
Oh,
Oh.
that had to be a great birthday for her.
Yeah.
Of course, whenever I think of 9/11, I always think of, I forget the name of the singer, but there was this country song that released not long after 9/11 about 9/11. Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day?
I was in science class.
I was 4 months old.
I was also in class. The principal had to, they actually made an announcement that day telling the teachers to turn off the news.
Same. They basically did the same at my school.
A half birthday, Willow, is the day that is exactly 6 months after, but it's also 6 months before your next birthday. So it's the halfway point.
I got it. Alan Jackson.
Ah, yes, Alan Jackson. Yes, when you are exactly half a year older. You share your birthday with a notorious dictator so you can relate? Oof.
Yikes. My half birthday, of course, is your birthday.
Yep.
I don't know when my half day would be.
When is your
Don't
birthday?
remember. May 9th.
Okay, so May is the 5th month. So yours would be in November the 11th month. So that would be November 5th.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not good at this kind of stuff.
Basically, you just take the current month, or the month of your birthday, and then add 6 to that.
Oh, okay.
So 5 plus 6 is 11.
Yep.
Your birthday is weirdly stacked on with famous people and that one guy. Yeah, I won't ask, because we don't want to start up any controversies in chat, but, understandable that you'd have mixed feelings about it. I don't share the same day, but I do share the same birth year as The Little Mermaid, the Disney movie.
Oh, yeah, that was what?
1989.
Yeah, 1989.
My brother was born in '89 as well.
Yeah. And it's funny because my best friend absolutely adores The Little Mermaid. That's his favorite movie.
I think my favorite childhood movie was Brave Little Toaster.
I did not care for that movie as a kid.
Mine was Monsters, Inc.
That's a good movie.
I also really liked Land Before Time.
Ooh, which one, though?
Ooh.
Gosh, we're going back a long time. Probably the original was the only one I ever saw.
The only one I've ever saw is The Great Day of the Flyers.
I had one of them on VHS. It wasn't
Same.
the original, but I do remember really liking that one. I just don't remember which one it was. I don't even remember the plot. I'm glad you were able to get your save file working again, Fighter. That would have sucked. course, there was one movie that I absolutely despised as a kid. And it wasn't even because I thought the movie was bad, but because one of the names in the title was very similar sounding to my own real name. So the kids at daycare would call me Milo and Otis. Now I hate the movie because that is literally the movie that caused the government to create laws protecting animals in Hollywood. Because there is a scene in that movie where the main character animals fall off of a waterfall. And for that scene, they actually threw live animals off of the waterfall.
What?
Yeah.
That's hideous.
It's awful.
Yeah.
And it's because of that movie that animal protection laws went into place for Hollywood.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
You remember that film? Yeah. Yeah, it was messed up. It was vile, yeah. So it's like, I already had negative feelings towards that movie because of the bullying, but now it's like, okay, that's probably the worst movie ever. Like, no storytelling that you could possibly have. Like, it could be the most perfectly written story with the most moving morals and storyline just ever. And it'd still be the worst movie because of what they did. Is Watership Down levels of wrong? Yeah. And yeah, I just can't imagine doing that to a poor animal. Like, I swear, if you did that to my Leo, you would be following him down.
Mm-hmm.
Glade, why?
My goodness.
I guess I kind of brought the mood down there.
No. My computer's acting stupid.
Ah.
It's like, no multitasking for you.
What are you trying to do?
I'm modding 3 streams.
Oh, okay.
I have yours and 2 others. But then again, the internet's been on the fritz over here, so...
Oof.
Fair.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I know what we could do to change the subject. So, I had an idea today. It's like, I've been kind of wanting to do something like this for a while, but I finally had an idea today of, like, what I could do for, like, if I were to create an evil team.
Oh boy.
So, at first I was thinking of calling it Team Orion, and then I realized, ooh, Team Nebula would be a better idea. I still have no idea what their goals would be. Hello, Captain Price, welcome. But I do know what the rule set would be for how Pokemon are selected for the team. Kind of like how MNJTB has Team Sky, and the rules are only flying types or Pokemon that can learn fly or have the ability levitate.
Yeah.
And this would admittedly be a much smaller pool, but my idea is Pokemon that either come from or live in space, or Pokemon that can learn cosmic power, or Pokemon that evolve via a Moonstone. I'm not sure if I want to add Sunstone or not, Because Sunstone doesn't really have the same kind of lore that the Moonstone does about being pieces of the moon that fell down. It's like, the lore is that the Moonstone actually came from the moon. Team Nebula sounds too close to Galactic. I mean, I don't want to call it Team Stars. And Team Cosmos is already taken by Macrocosmos.
Yeah.
The gentleman from Sword and Shield's Dino Raids qualifies to join? Yeah, because, like... Yeah, and I still don't know, like, what their goals would be. It would probably have something to do with traveling to space. But I kind of like the idea of, like, the team itself. So it's like,
yeah.
it's mostly just, you know, extraterrestrial Pokemon. I was looking up extraterrestrial Pokemon, and apparently the Gothitelle line is believed to be from space.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Bulbapedia has a list of extraterrestrial Pokemon, and it's got the whole Gothitelle line on there. I just don't know what their goals would be. It's like Team Rocket just wanted money. And then Team Aqua and Magma wanted to expand the sea and land respectfully. Team Galactic wanted to create the perfect world. And Team Plasma wanted to force everybody to release all their Pokemon. But it was also kind of a world domination sort of thing too.
Yeah.
And then we haven't really had an evil team since then. The closest being Macrocosmos, which is just a company, and even then they weren't trying to do anything bad. They were just like, hey, you know, we want to solve this energy crisis. We're just not going to go about it in a great way. Space goths. In space, no one can hear you scream.
Oh goodness.
That would absolutely be a pre-battle line. If you fought one of the grunts. Just, oh, our eyes meet. In space, no one can hear you scream. While listening to you is Team Flare being full of stupid folk, but having amazing Pokemon diversity by evil team standards. Yeah, but like, they don't use enough fire types for a team called Team Flare.
Granted, one of them does have a Houndoom, but that's like...
That's one of the admins.
Yeah.
It's one admin. They still are mainly Team Rocket in different suits. Because they still use primarily poison and dark types. In space, no one can hear you white out.
What evil team has not used a dark type? I mean, come on.
I guess Macrocosmos, they don't use dark types, they use steel types.
Yeah.
And the ace of Team Flare is a water type. Exactly.
Oh yeah, this is true with his Mega.
Yeah, I mean, at least he has Omega.
This is true. If he didn't have a Mega, that would be like, okay, you shouldn't be a team leader.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the main leader of the evil team of the game is supposed to have usually something to deal with either the mechanic of the game or something to deal with the game itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, how true is that, though? Does Guzma even... Actually, no, I think Guzma does at least use Z moves.
Yeah, well, he's against them, but I think he uses them.
Are you sure Guzma's against using Z moves?
He was in the anime. I don't know,
Maybe I'm
probably getting the
remembering
anime and
wrong.
the game mixed up.
Maybe I'm remembering wrong, because I know that that's where you get the Buggium Z, is you find it in in Team Skull's hideout. He uses them in the battle tree. Okay. But not in the main game.
Yeah.
So in the main game, he does not use Z moves.
No. It says, in the Pokemon series, Guzma disavows Z moves and other traditional Alolan customs due to his past struggles with the Island Challenge and his deep-seated fear of losing.
Yeah. And I don't think Lusamine had any Z moves either. Because the main battle with her is, you know, it's because her thing is more about the Ultra Beasts. Though Chairman Rose did use Gigantamax.
Yeah, no, Lusamine does not use Z moves.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for Lusamine to use a Z move, honestly, considering the fact that she's not Island Challenger. She's just a company chairman or company president.
Yeah. And it's not like they have not mega rings. Good lord. I'm thinking of ZA now, good lord. Got ZA on the brain. It's not like they had, Z bands on their character either, so.
Yeah.
Normally, if they would use a Z move, they would have a Z band on their character somewhere.
Yeah. Like, Gladion, I think, had a Z band.
Yeah, Gladion does use Z moves. At least in the anime, I know that much.
Mm-hmm. Is it weird that I kind of like Gladion's anime arc better than his game arc?
No, because I like it too. Yes, Gladion uses Z moves.
I love how he's, like, actually, like, really protective of Lily. And that really, like, you kind of see that in the game. Because when Lily gets kidnapped by Team Skull, he seems upset about it. But at the same time, it's like, that's literally the only time. But then in the anime, he spends so much of the anime concerned over her. And, like, part of his journey is to find a way to help Lily to like Pokemon again, or to not be afraid of Pokemon again.
Yeah. He was like so excited when Lily was able to touch Pokemon again.
Yeah. I like that they incorporated him more into the story of the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Though I do remember all of the memes when Nebby just immediately went into Ash's bag and is like, I'm going to hang out here. This is my favorite bed. And then you get Game Lily to the side like, what the heck, Lily? Or, what the heck, Nebby?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Fire, thank you so much again for the $5. If you can't do one of Elizabeth's requests and you miss it, does that mean you're basically screwed? It depends on the request. If it has a deadline on it, then you have until that date to finish it, and if you don't, then you miss it. If not, then it'll stick around for the entire game. So some of them have deadlines for when you can get the thing that you're looking for, or complete a certain task. Like there's one that requires you to get a specific kind of juice, but in order to get the juice, you have to talk to a girl that's by the persimmon tree, and then go on the school trip to Kyoto, and that's where you get the juice.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Anime Rowlet is anti-Nebby. Anime Nebby is anti-Game Nebby. Nebby sees Ash's bag and is like, okay, this is my new bed. This is my home. I like it here. Game Nebby is like, ew, I don't want to be in that bag. Are you kidding me? Nebby just shares the bag with Rowlet.
Yeah.
You have to get something on the beach trip, then yes. Once you... So yeah, you have to... It's something that you have to pick up at Yakushima. And then if you've already been to Yakushima, then it's too late.
Alright, I have to get going.
Alright.
Alright, I will talk to you later.
Bye.
Hi.
You misheard anti-game as anti-gay? We are very much not anti-gay around here. We are very pro-gay. We are very pro-be who you are. As long as who you are isn't a massive douchebag.
Facts.
Hi, Leomon. What's up? Oh. Wait, Nebby is as homophobic as Ferrothorn? How is Ferrothorn homophobic? Hi. What's up, monkey butt? Can you not hit the mic with your with your tail, please? He's like, no. No, I have to hit it. Oh, it's a Pokemon meme. Okay. I just don't get the meme then. Although MJTV did recently do a video about Pokemon memes, like the most well-known. And it's like, some of these are like, oh yeah, I forgot that was a meme. Like the Professor Oak advice memes. Like, man, those really took me back to like the beginning of the internet. And like he's talking about some of the older ones and is like, some of you might not be old enough to remember this, and I'm like why?
Yeah. Belt.
Originated from a subreddit and took on its own form from there. Oh, the Ferrothorn meme. Okay. Does that mean because you didn't get the one item at the beach, you're basically... Yeah, pretty much. Hello, hazardous jams and memes. Welcome. Right as we were talking about memes, too. Frying pan equals drawing pan, and donuts favorite classics. Yeah, those actually weren't in the video, though. Although what did make it into the video was Slowpoke. Just Slowpoke. That's it. That's the meme. It's just Slowpoke. It's telling me all this effort you made getting Shinji and Ken. I mean, you could always just do New Game Plus. And if you don't feel like completing the entire game and just want to unlock New Game Plus, then you can unalive Ryuji and get New Game Plus early. Funny part is, kid, you thought the donut thing was BS because despite never seeing onigiri prior. Yeah, I didn't catch on to that as a kid, but I also was not confused at all when Digimon had a rice ball in the anime. So, like, there's a scene in Digimon Adventure 2 where Yoli and Mimi are just kind of on an adventure together by themselves. And Yoli hands Mimi a snack. She's like, "Is that a chocolate-covered rice ball? I haven't had one since I was a kid. I love it." And I did not bat an eye. I was like, okay, chocolate-covered rice ball. You don't want to end the world for New Game Plus. It goes against your morals. I mean, I guess fair. Digimon trying to pass sake as oversized hot sauce? I don't remember hot sauce, but I do remember milkshakes in the third series. There was an episode in Digimon Tamers when they were in the digital world, and they came across this village of Geckomon that were being that had been turned into slave labor by Orochimon, who in the dub was forcing them to make milkshakes for it. And, like, they also changed the pub that Jerry's dad owned out of their house into a milkshake place. So Jerry, like, has experience making milkshakes from the restaurant. And it's like, being an adult and realizing that that's alcohol and that Jerry somehow has practice making working at a bar when she's like 12. Digimon, what the heck? Oh, Wizardmon. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay, yeah, I remember that now. He found the crest, and then Devimon approached him and was like, "Hey, what you got there?" It's like, I'll show you, but don't tell my Otismon. I found this juice." So Devimon takes it and is like, "Oh, okay. I'll keep your secret as long as you give it here." Yeah. Oh no, it was the Digivice, not the crest. You're right. Well, they do it to the anime written by the guy who did Serial Experiments. What? I don't know. I haven't heard about that. Tamers was wild. Yeah, it was a good series, but, yeah, that was also the same series where one of the kids legitimately just straight up loses their Digimon. Just straight up dies. And there's no reconfiguring in Tamers. He's just gone. And then Jerry falls into depression the entire rest of the series. It's like Leomon dies, and then Jerry is depressed for the rest of the series. And it's like... The 90s were a special time. Like, 2020 cartoons could never.
Well, Leomon was gone because Guildsmon loaded its data, preventing a rebirth. It's not like it didn't exist in the series.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because Beelzemon absorbed his data. Lane was a 90s anime that is video essay based. Okay. Can't believe you had to restart all because you missed a dang seaweed. I'm sorry, fighter. I mean, you don't have to reset. Just not going to be able to get all of the quests done. Worst part is it kicked off the Leomon dying meme too. Yeah, I mean, technically Leomon died in the original series as well. And that was also a big turning point too, because that was also the same episode that Ogremon got redeemed. Although I don't think Leomon died in the reboot, though. I think he stays alive throughout the entire 2020 series. Also, water break. Hi, Leomon. Are we talking about you? Or are we talking about your namesake? Hi, monkey butt. Oh. Oh, nuzzles. Yeah, you're not dying anytime soon, are you, monkey butt? No. Mama will let that happen. You still got several years left with me. Though he is starting to get up there. He's 8 years old now. He'll be 9 next year. Are you an old man, monkey butt? Yeah, Leomon dying in Tri caused enough backlash to end the running tread. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. I honestly wasn't even that big of a fan of Tri. It felt like they were trying too hard to make it mature. That they just completely removed all of the magic that made Digimon so special. It's like, who brought pew-pews and alcohol into my Digimon series? Like, I'm all for telling mature and deep stories, but like, did you have to go that mature? So yeah, I have no intention of including Try in future re-watches of the original series. Just no. To be honest, the original felt more mature than Try. Yeah, because, like, you can tell mature stories without oversaturating your story with adult content. That's the thing that so many people in Hollywood especially just don't understand. Like, when people say that they want mature stories, they're not saying, give us stories where the main character is woohoo on screen and they're swearing all the time and they're pointing pew-pews at each other and drinking substances and stuff. And it's like, we don't need that stuff to be mature. That's not what we're saying when we say we want mature stories. We want the stories themselves to be deep and thought-provoking. Mature trying also doesn't mean edginess. Right, exactly. We're not looking for edgy. Edgy is child pretending to be adult. That's what edgy is. Like, when we say we want more mature storytelling, we're saying that we want something that's deep and thought-provoking. Not something that was written by a 16-year-old who hangs out at Hot Topic all day. Like, yes, there are ways to tell stories like that, and still have a good story. Like, Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss can technically fall into that category of Hot Topic till you drop. But they're also telling deep and thought-provoking stories as well. They're not edgy for the sake of edgy, they're edgy for the sake of the story. But unfortunately, it's just the people who understand media the least are the ones in charge of it, unfortunately. Though for that reason, I am really looking forward to Dana Terrace, who created the Owl House, is working with Glitch Productions, who's behind the Amazing Digital Circus, to create a new series. And I am looking forward to seeing that. So it'll be great to see what Dana can do when she's not tied down by Disney.
Yeah, for sure. Fortunately, I gotta jump off here. Gonna go make some dinner. Nice chatting. I'll hang out in the chat, though.
Yes. Talk to you later, Ty.
See ya.
Glade's still being mean. Oh gosh, that's gonna be a nutty combo. Yeah. I actually finally did watch The Amazing Digital Circus the other day. I was kind of hanging out with Rena. We were having a chill day, and we decided to get some Sometimes food from the store. We each got some baking mixes, and I guess this was their first time really baking. So we were just kind of chilling out, and they ended up putting Amazing Digital Circus on. And then once we were done, we just kind of sat there and watched it. At the very least, you know, getting caught up. And I have to say, I am definitely mad at myself for sleeping on the show for so long. It's pretty good. And not gonna lie, I kind of ship Palmy and Jax. I can kind of see a vision there. As like an I can fix him kind of story. Now granted, I don't support looking at real human beings and saying I can fix them if I date them. But in storytelling, it can be a fun trope. When a character and when just simply being around a character makes another character be a better person. But I also kind of like how each character is kind of a allegory for self-destruction. Because, oh gosh, I can't remember every character's name. But like, what was there? Gangle. I do kind of like how Gangle is basically an allegory for masking. Fast food episode being essentially crushing. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and that was the episode that really made me realize how each character's personality is a different type of self-destruction. Because Gangle's is masking. And that's kind of the whole thing with her design as well, is that she has her comedy mask that she puts on. But when the mask comes off, you can see that she's really sad and depressed, and she's always crying. So she's basically masking. She puts on this mask that everything is okay, but deep down, she knows that it's not. But she feels like wearing the mask is the only way that she can feel okay. And then there's Ragatha, whom, based on what I've seen, and some of this is also kind of fan theory as well, like she kind of strikes me as the type of character who is a people pleaser because she doesn't want to be alone. Like from what we've heard, I can imagine she probably comes from the kind of family, like we know that her mom was very critical of her. But like she kind of makes me think of like, from what we hear about her, she gives me the impression that she, when she was like in her real world life, was always trying to please everybody, but her mom was just never pleased. So that kind of thing is like, oh, I definitely relate to Ragatha there. And then Jax, of course, is pretty easy to psychoanalyze. I'm not sure what his rabbit design has to do with that. Oh yeah, that was the other thing about Ragatha that made me feel that way about her, is that because she's designed to be a rag doll, that she, you know, she basically is expected to just fall over and follow what everyone says. But Jax, I don't know what being a rabbit has to do with it, but he's definitely an insecure person who uses comedy and jokes, like what you were saying, Willow. He uses comedy and jokes around to hide his insecurities. Because you restarted, you lost your OP Black Frost persona? See, that's why you should have just kept playing and then do New Game Plus. Him being a rabbit feels ironic or just a corruption of Bugs Bunny? Oh, possibly. But like, we get kind of a few hints that he had another friend in the digital circus that he lost. Because we get that moment between Palmy, Jax, and Ragatha, where Palmy asks if Jax had any other friends. Or like if he had any friends, and Ragatha's like, not anymore. Which kind of implies to me that either something happened between her and Jax, or Jax had another friend who actualized. And they kind of seem to be alluding to that with one of the doors as well. The because like there's a door with a frog that's crossed out, and Jack spends a little bit of time just staring at that door, which makes me think that that might be his friend who left because they got actualized. Which, you know, to me says that Jax is putting on this front because he doesn't want people to get close to him anymore. Because he's afraid that if they get close to him and then they're gone again, then he's gonna have to deal with that pain again. You're about to literally turn to madness of Akechi. Teammates? Friends? To heck with that! Hey Akechi, I've got this show you might want to check out that might teach you a few lessons. It's called My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. You might want to sit down and watch a couple seasons. That's relatable. It is relatable, but it's not a healthy way of coping. But like that seems to be like the common theme, is that everybody has this very unhealthy way of coping with their trauma. And I forget his name, but there's another character who just kind of looks like a chess piece. And they talk about how he used to have a wife and then she got actualized. And ever since then, he can't remember anything unless he's like literally in the darkness. MLP during that Brony area was wild. It was. Trying to get Akechi therapy? Word of advice, it won't work. Yeah, Kinger. Okay. Oh, okay, Kinger, because he's the king chess piece. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you. But that's also kind of like another unhealthy way of coping, is that, you know, when you lose someone, sometimes people find it to be easier to just not think about it and not think about how much it hurts because they don't want to feel that hurt that comes with thinking about it. I'm still trying to figure out Palmy, though. Like, what her unhealthy coping mechanism is. Oh gosh, again, I can't remember the name. Then there's also the one character who uses they, them pronouns and is basically like a whole bunch of different parts. But when Kinger and Palmy are the most well-adjusted, yeah, exactly. And I'm sure Willow will tell me their name. But they kind of give me the impression of someone who is non-binary and, you know, but isn't really, like, sure exactly what... Zubul, thank you. Zubul kind of gives me the impression of someone who's unsure about their body. Because that is a big thing for people who are trans and non-binary. Is, you know, feeling insecure about your own body. You know, body dysmorphia. So I think that might be what Zubul is dealing with. And that's why they're that's why their form is all of these different pieces. Hello, Ghost, welcome. Yeah, I just recently watched a Digital Circus the other day with Rena while we were baking. But that's kind of my theory about Zubul, is that before coming to the circus, they were unsure about their body and everything, being non-binary. And that's why their body is so many pieces, is because they're still experimenting with figuring out exactly who they are. Basically, I'm talking about my theories with everybody's designs and stuff. And how each character's design is kind of like a nod to their personality and the things that they were dealing with in their real lives. Yes, we watched all 6 episodes. You want to watch Glitch's other stuff? I know that they've got some other shows too. And they're also working with Dana Terrace, who created the Owl House, on a new series. That I think we're supposed to be getting a trailer, like, today or tomorrow, in fact. Water break. Although I'm also really looking forward to, I think it's actually going to be September 9th that we're supposed to be getting a bonus episode for Helluva Boss. And it's supposed to be like a remake of the pilot. And I'm really looking forward to that. So I think that's just when they're going to be putting all of Helluva Boss on Amazon Prime. Although it just occurred to me, I think I might know why we haven't been able to get that yet. Like, I think that's probably... I think I might know why Vizzy hasn't made a more canon remake of the pilot. And I think it's because in the pilot, you can actually see that they're watching... Like, you can actually see Luna is watching Charlie's news broadcast, where she's singing I Have a Dream. Morning. And be honest, you like how crazy Kane is? He might be your favorite. I'm not quite sure. I kind of feel like Gangle might be my favorite, honestly. I tend to write a lot of OCs like Gangle, where they have their own personal things that they're dealing with, but because they know that a lot of people rely on them, they kind of mask and try not to let everybody know how much they're falling apart. I've got a number of OCs like that. It's kind of a fun trope, honestly. You can get your Black Frost persona back. The run is restored now. Oh, nice. You relate to multiple characters in Circus, at least? Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I do relate to Ragatha. Quite a bit. But just because you relate to a character doesn't necessarily mean they have to be your favorite. Curlia, that was mean! You've been trying to assess a way you can quantify the individual contributions of air temperature errors and precipitation errors to snow... To what? Your brain is struggling. My brain is struggling just reading that, Tai. I will say, though, I do really like the gag that, they're like, oh, well, this show is for all ages. So anytime a character swears, it gets censored, and there's even, like, an actual censor bar in front of their mouth. It's like, that's kind of a fun way of keeping the show PG, or at least PG-13, while still being able to say, yeah, these characters are swearing. You just can't hear them because their world is censoring them. Former is easy to assess, but the impacts of air temperature bases are not linear, so it depends on how close the freezing temperatures are to begin with. Well, I can already tell you I'm not going to be able to help you figure that out. The Polish dub having Kane refer to the group as Skibbity Sigmas. Oh gosh. Oh no, Kane, why? I am still trying to figure out Kane, honestly. Because, like, I have my ideas and theories about most of the characters, but I'm still trying to figure Kane out. Like, so far, the only thing I've been able to figure out about him is that, you know, he's got a big mouth, and that he seems to be so caught up in what he wants, he doesn't really think about what others might want and what might make them happy. But Kane is also a bit sus, too. Like, I have a feeling that there's more to Kane than meets the eye. Because he's still the one who creates these adventures and everything, so... You heard the series is inspired by I have no mouth and I must scream? Okay. It's just a Monday puzzle for you, Tommy. Come on, my leg is falling asleep with you like that. You feel Kane is answering to someone else? There's not really enough to know for certain, but that's an interesting theory. I wouldn't be surprised if the exit door from the first episode is actually, like, if that was something that Kane actually manipulated. Like, he kind of makes it come off as, oh, well, that's a future adventure that he's working on. But if their adventures are every day, it doesn't seem like he needs to work on something in advance. Kane is the AI of the game, so you're not sure what motive he'd have. Your PhD is inspired by "Help, my soul is a black void and I want to scream." Fair. Right now, the stream is inspired by "This Gallade won't sparkle and it takes 3 minutes to check every time and I want to scream!" See here, where's the poll at? 11. Okay. So that means that 9 of you voted that Gallade is going to shine today. So 9 of you lied to me. And only one of the people who voted no, who voted to save this for later, was Meg. Chat, why did you lie to me like that? You guys said this was gonna sparkle today. Screams can be heard all around. Untrue lying is being wrong on purpose. I don't know. I mean, we haven't heard any sparkles all stream. Not even from the first floor. At least if we were doing MMOs, we'd find other shinies. Still no. You're lucky the Meg doesn't bonk you. Let's see here. Maybe you should ask Kane for some guidance on this amazing shiny adventure. Well, Ghost, if you don't want to get bonked, you need to make this Glade sparkle. Throw some glitter on it, dump some blue paint on it, something. It'd be a sick joke if ZA introduces a static alpha spawn for Glade that doesn't take 3 minutes to check. Right? Especially if he could do, like, an actual reset hunt for it. No, McDonald. Namaste. You took a late shine, dang you! Well, we're both suffering. You have to restart your persona save. Again, you don't have to. You could just play through the game and then do a new game plus and you'll keep your entire compendium. Glade, come on. At the very least, I know who we're raiding today. Do a few more checks. I also kind of want to think about, like, I want to draw after stream, but I'm not sure what I should draw. I don't know. What do you guys think? What should I draw after I get off the stream today? Because, like, I definitely have the itch. I'm just not sure what to draw. It's the world. You can't just end the world because we defeated you? I mean, you could just save the world and then go back through to save it again. So I'll get you a conturnishly large rubber mallet. That's Meg's mallet. I don't know. I kind of just want to be creative tonight. Yeah, your bonking wrench. Sorry, Ghost. Meg won't let you steal her bonking wrench. Well, yeah, you don't see the wrench right next to her name? That's her bonking wrench. You're gonna get bonked anyway from your ghost? Meg will find a way. The wrench is a dark type. Actually, no. Meg has Odor Sleuth. That's it. She can hit ghosts. It transcends. Might do... Alright, I think we're gonna do one more check after this. And then we'll go on a raid. Meg uses Night Slash with that wrench. It's always a crit. Exactly. I don't know, I guess it has been a while since I've drawn my old Cardcaptor Sakura OCs. I could probably draw one of them. What's the one shadow in Persona that I cannot stand when it shows up in any Persona game? Well, not every shadow. Well, no shadow is going to be in every Persona game, because Persona 5 uses Persona shadows, whereas most other Persona games use Nyx shadows. But I would say Mara. I don't like Mara trying to get me demonetized and get my streams flagged as adult. The Reaper. Ah, that's another. Yeah, that's a good one, Meg. I think the Reaper is actually the only shadow that's going to be in every single game because it's the Reaper. I mean, aside from spin-offs, obviously. Actually, kind of think of it. I think Persona Q. I think Persona Q1, like the first Persona Q game, is the only spin-off Persona game with a Reaper. Because it's an FOE in Persona Q, but it's not in Persona Q2. And then it's not in any of the other spin-offs either, because it's not in the arena games. It's not in the dancing games. And it's not in any of the Persona 5 spin-offs. Huh, I never noticed that before. So you can spend as much time as you want in any of the Tactica ones and not have to worry about the Reaper. And yes, you are correct, Ghost. As of right now, Hawlucha and Diancie are the only Gen 6 Mega Pokemon. Though, according to the leaks, which are now 100% you cannot deny that they are real, because we've had 3 Pokemon from those leaks revealed now that are exactly as those leaks described. There is no denying it anymore. But there are more Gen 6 Megas in the leaks. I can already think of 4 off the top of my head. I'm just not going to say what they are, because no spoilers. Shiny Rolls! We didn't hear it at all, so that confirms that we are not going to hear the Sparkle until we get this close. But we got Shiny Rolls. Guys, should we catch it? Should we catch it and leave? That is the question. Hello, Noah. Welcome. Should we catch it and leave? Or should we fail it on purpose? Just happy for... I'm gonna delete that because we're trying not to spoil the leaks for everybody else. Guys, should we catch that shiny Ralts and just move on when we come back to this on Monday? You tried out the open network test for Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It was fun. Noah brought the shiny luck. Yeah, it's just for the wrong Pokemon. There was supposed to be Gallade. Meg says yes. Guys, should we catch the shiny Ralts and move on? And we could come back to this another time. Gallade is being a meanie butt. Should we catch this, guys? Meg is the only person who has responded so far. If nobody else responds, we're going to catch it. Oh, actually, I wonder if we could hear that from over here. Leave the baby behind. Okay, well, I'm going to do a test really quick to see if we can hear it through the wall there. It should resparkle if we walk outside and come back in. So that's the question. Can we hear it through the wall? We got one vote yes, catch it now, and one vote for catching it later. Okay, we're not hearing it through the wall. That stinks. Anyone else have an opinion? Well, that confirms that it does resparkle, so... yeah, we don't hear it through the wall. You'll take all the bonks on behalf of chat, but leave the baby behind. Nobody else has an opinion? Well, someone else voted for moving on from the MMOs. Or moving on and going back to MMOs. I do kind of want to test to see how far in we have to be from the bottom to hear it. We can always reset. We can always reset and get that back. But I just kind of want to check this. Because we know we can hear shinies from down here on the top floor. But how far in do we have to be here to hear the Ralts? So I said before that I wanted to at least do this test. Not hearing it yet. That's seeming like a no. You can't cheese it by coming in from the bottom and just listening for the sparkles. It's honestly kind of weird, though. And very unfortunate. But you can't hear it from right there. Oh, the baby. Let me just see what its gender is. It's a male, guys! He could evolve into a Gallade! He's a guy! He's a guy, you guys. He's a boy. Can't believe you guys are making me leave this guy behind. Alright, fine. We'll go to a raid. We're gonna go raid Anxious Christian. Today is his birthday, so make sure you leave him a like, subscribe if you haven't, and wish him a happy birthday. Thank you all for joining us today, and as always, I hope you all have a very magical day.